Welcome to another episode of Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news and insights from Littlefield Agency.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Look at my muscles in this thing.
Jeez, man. You've been working out?
Not at all.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know, I'll tell you, I have not been working out. I've done like one run a week. I feel like a slob.
Was this the year you went on that marathon thing?
I did that in April.
Seems like million years ago.
It seems like eons ago.
Yeah.
I did a turkey trot over Thanksgiving. I think I mentioned that on the last episode.
You didn't prep for that at all, did you?
I had a couple like pre-runs,
Okay.
nothing crazy. But I don't know. It's just this time of year, you're eating. I mean, the amount of food I've had in the last week, it's ridiculous.
It's all delicious. You just want more of it.
I won't go on the scale.
No.
Oh my God, I gained 5 pounds.
Claude, you're like the tiniest human I know. I think that's impossible.
Awful. I did.
I only gained half of a pound over
What?
Thanksgiving, which made me pretty happy.
Why do you got to do her dirty like that?
Skinny queen.
Skinny. Welcome back to another edition of Little Talks with Littlefield Agency. I'm Sam Littlefield. With me is
Roop,
man. This is our second to last podcast of 2024. Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's flown by.
I mean, it really has. We've got a couple of great announcements. I do want to set the stage. There's a promotion at the agency, and Taylor Armstrong was promoted to project manager. She's been here for a couple of years. She is a hard worker. She's a team player.
Yeah.
And that was announced at our staff meeting this morning. And so, Taylor, on behalf of the agency, we're so pumped for you. You absolutely deserve this promotion, and we're excited for what's to come. But that's always a nice thing as we kind of head into the holidays.
You know my favorite thing about Taylor? Well,
What's that?
Two favorite. I'm not going to say both of them. Okay. My one favorite thing about Taylor. At the end of the day, at 5:30, almost religiously, she comes to my desk for whatever she's been waiting to talk to me about, and it's almost become like our time.
I love that. Taylor time.
Taylor time.
Tay
yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Yay, Tay?
Yeah, so she just knows that we're all busy, and she knows she can grab me at the end of the day, and she almost always does that.
Yeah. Well, we're super happy for you, Taylor. The big piece of news we have next week. It's not just going to be Roop and me.
Oh, guest. The big guest.
We have a very special guest, the third annual Trent Podcast Extravaganza. Let's go. Let's go. Trent's coming back. What we're so excited about, last year, this podcast studio is being built. He comes once a year. We are lucky to have him once a year here in Tulsa. The studio is being built last year. So you remember that? We were on the other side of the office. We staged it. Brandon, you did a really nice job. Just kind of staged it with all these poinsettias. Wasn't the most ideal interaction.
We had 3 couches.
Low couches. Yeah. So Trent going to be front and center right here. We have a special surprise for him. We can't wait to do that.
I think he's our first 3-timer on the guest.
He is our first 3-timer. Yeah. Yes, no doubt about it. It is such a fun day with him. We can't wait to have him. He's bringing his wife, Kathy.
Is she going to be on the podcast?
I don't believe so, but she'll be here. She gets to experience some great Tulsa time. And man, I'm pumped. It's one of my favorite days of the year. That'll be next Thursday. It'll go live the following week. But Trent, I know you're listening. I don't know if Kathy is listening, but we are so excited to have you here in the studio and to spend the day with you in the end of the evening. It's always a wonderful day.
Yeah, I think we're talking about AI as one of our topics.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
that and a little bit more, but it's going to be really, really good. So this week, one topic, Claude. Let's do it. Sweet. Roop is calling this marketing to a blue-collar audience, and this is strategies for your B2B manufacturing segments. I find this interesting.
Yeah, so we talk a lot about targeting, and I think, talked about personas. Maybe we should do a whole podcast around personas.
I think that'd be a great coming back into 2025. That'd be a wonderful, especially as we get into content strategy.
Real palate cleanser.
Claude, let's mark that.
Write that down, Claude.
Please. We love you.
Yeah.
Please.
You got it.
God, I hope she likes us.
So, we generally talk about, targeting in your ads or personas on who your audience is, like their likes, dislikes, who they are as people, things like that. And a lot of times, especially in the B2B market, in the industries that we work in with our clients, that ends up being kind of a blue-collar mindset. And it's a very kind of down-to-earth person who, works with their hands and enjoys time with the family and has a dog and things like this. I associate dogs with like really down to earth people, and I don't know why, and cats with like foo people.
You have cats, don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do. So anyhow, we thought we'd talk a little bit about some strategies for kind of reaching or talking to those folks, like things they like, things they don't like, and see how it goes.
Well, I think it's important before we get into these, just some of the points here. One of them rang a bell. So as we put together media plans and presentations for our clients, we do a ton. We subscribe to very expensive tools that give us access into the minds of the people we're trying to reach, right? Mm-hmm. So it's great statistical things. One of the slides that Kelly presented on the last couple of weeks, B2B digital media growth. The digital ad spend is going to increase about 15% this year. It'll be $18.3 billion with a B dollars to B2B audiences.
Just on digital?
Mm-hmm. Just on digital.
Wow.
And here's the thing. And I think why we love this B2B space, consumers been so far ahead, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone knows that story, but technology tools make it so much more cost effective to really get in front of this target audience that we're talking about. Yeah. So I hear so many times, our B2B audience isn't on this. Yeah, they are. Because they're consumers and humans that are emotional and that are everyday everyday consumers.
Yeah,
that just happen to be in a B2B job that is purchasing your equipment. So something to keep in mind. But Roop, let's hit some of the points, highlights here.
Yeah. So one of the things about the script here calls it the blue collar mindset is these are professionals that value things like trust, loyalty, and have a preference for practicality over polish. Ooh. And if you remember our podcast last week, right?
Lo-fi, baby.
About lo-fi, this is an audience that will respond really well to that. So I think about content that's generated that are walk-around videos or how-to videos or showing you how to sharpen a blade on a mower or change oil on a drill or whatever the case may be. That kind of low-polished, authentic message content strategy really, really works with this audience.
I like the trust point. I like the practicality point. What I really like is you have here on the script, no nonsense messaging.
Yeah.
These guys aren't frou-frou people like Mr. Roop over here. You can do all the fun BS messaging you want. No, I'm just kidding, Roop. But no, I mean, speak directly. That authenticity is very key here.
Yeah, they don't have time for games. They just tell it like it is. They're very, like a lot of the rest of us, they're into visual-heavy content, but in particular, how-to guides over very text-heavy material. So if you've got, say, an instruction manual, and it's, I don't know, let's say it's 100 pages worth of content, maybe instead of giving that to them to read, even I as a cat owner don't want to read that stuff, make some videos that show people how to do that and make it raw. Like they're very visual, but the how-to guides and those sorts of things tend to, in the past, be a booklet. Think of other ways you can give that to them in a way that is engaging and kind of reaches them as a consumer, as a person.
I did a how-to search last night on YouTube. I needed to fix something in my kitchen.
What was it?
The sink. Anyway, I looked at the brand, how to do this. Batteries were low.
Always check your batteries first.
Always check your batteries. But anywho, the point being, I found someone, and it was just walking through here's the 3 things I'd check if this isn't working. Very low quality, very digestible, 2 minutes long, boom, my sink's
And you know
fixed.
what you didn't do is go try to find the instruction manual that came with that kitchen item.
Didn't.
Because you probably trashed it.
Which I think is a good thing in the sense of like so the visual heavy content is key. Optimizing for mobile first audiences, so website, emails, mobile, that's everybody. But one of the other slides that Kelly presented on that I have in front of me right now, B2B social media ad spend is going to reach just shy of $10 billion next year. $10 billion, right? Just in advertising. I do think about, and we've touched on this many months ago, when Tara needs information, the first thing she goes to is TikTok or Instagram. Claude, I think you're probably somewhat similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
She will eventually make her way to a website. But when she's looking for information, that's her first thing is going to social. Again, your B2B people are the YouTube, right? I've got a YouTube site in here. Top B2B video platform, $355 million in ad revenue next year in 2025.
For a reason. It works.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's the most effective type of marketing. I look at all the video. Brandon, you're just smiling ear to ear right now, right?
Yeah.
All the video stuff, lo-fi, hi-fi, like everything that we're doing, it is just that is what your audience wants.
Yeah, and they want you to solve real world problems for them.
Yes.
Things like saving time, improving efficiencies, saving money. Not necessarily cutting corners. They care about quality.
No. Yeah, of course.
But they want to know, they have issues in their day-to-day work lives, and they want to know how to fix those things. So that showcasing value over features is a good thing for this group. And our last kind of bullet item here is that blue-collar audiences really trust their peers. So leveraging testimonials and case studies and success stories from similar professions helps you build credibility with them.
Yes. I mean, I really love that. And then sometimes that we always, especially Roop in his role, what we're looking at is how do you simplify their journey? Whether they're looking to be educated, whether they're looking to buy, is how are you making it as seamless as possible? It's really interesting. I had a really terrible buying experience online, probably something Black Friday or Cyber Monday related, and I didn't buy whatever product I was looking to buy. And it's just like, it really does blow my mind in today's digital age how there are not more seamless buying.
Yeah.
I mean, consumers got it down, but in the B2B world, make it easy.
I'd say
make it easy to find content.
I'd say B2B and B2C, just get out of the way of the sale sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's funny you mentioned that. Carrie was trying to get something on Black Friday too, and she's on her phone. We were in Colorado, and she's trying to buy it. And she's like, I'm just about to give up. And I go, what's going on? I always like to study her, and I told her, so I'm going to use this as an example. So she had a pop-up ad, and then she had a pop-up for sign up for 20% off. And then she couldn't close that, and then it wasn't obvious where the shopping cart was. It was in the top center versus the left or right. Like her whole experience was just off, and she closed the window. And I said, "What am I not getting for Christmas now?" She said, "I'll figure it out later." But like, it's true.
Sure.
You can get flustered. People get flustered. Yeah.
10, 15 years ago, I think people were willing to give more time. Now it's like, nope, X, open new browser window, boom, go here. I'll buy something similar.
It's just a streamlined experience works for everybody. But
it's so true. I think the very, very last point that I have, and I really have to remind myself this, you as a B2B marketer are a sophisticated, great marketer. Your target audience isn't, right? So, hey, I have the premium version of something, so I don't get ads when I'm listening to podcasts. Yeah, guess what? Your B2B audience probably isn't spending the extra few dollars. So again, we keep that in mind. We call it putting our customer hat on. It's very, very important because you're digesting media a whole hell of a lot differently than your actual target audience is.
Yeah,
because they don't know marketing like we do.
No, you really just basic user experience stuff. How are they going to digest whatever message or content on whatever platform it's being presented on, and is it clean and clear? Does it make sense?
Clean and clear. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. That is what we have for you this week. Next week is huge. 3rd annual Trent Podcast Extravaganza. He's pumped. We're pumped.
I want to call it Trentapalooza.
Trentapalooza. Boom. There it is. Trentapalooza. There we go. Trentapalooza.
Year 3.
Stay tuned. Be excited. It's our last episode of 2024. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Adios.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed our little chat and found ways to grow your own marketing strategies. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow us on social media @Littlefield Agency.